Welcome back to the channel where we are going to be doing some more tier list stuff today. Today I thought it was appropriate to have my daughter join me because we're going to be doing some Disney princess tier list stuff. Today specifically talking about Disney princess sidekicks. This is what I want you to be thinking about when you're putting things on the tier list, okay? Mm-hmm. If you were a princess, would you want this person to be your sidekick? Okay? So that's what be thinking like that, all right? Mm-hmm. Okay. If I forgot anybody, let me know in the comments below. If you disagree with any of our opinions, let us know in the comments below. If you think we got it 100% right, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Let's get to it. You ready, Charlie?
Yeah!
No. The first one is Sneezy.
Sneezy.
So Sneezy is the first of the 7 dwarves we're going to talk about. His thing is he sneezes. So what do you think about that? B tier. All right. Any thoughts on why?
Because he doesn't really do anything. He just kind of messes things up.
Okay.
At different times.
All right. Okay. So Sneezy, B tier. I think that's... I don't really have any problems with that. All right. Next one is going to be... was it Bashful? Bashful is next. And so Bashful is... Do you know what it means to be bashful?
Nope.
It's like he gets kind of like shy and stuff. Like.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think about Bashful?
I like him. He's cute.
You like Bashful? He's cute. Okay, sure.
I like his big beard. He keeps hiding in his beard.
Okay, next of the 7 dwarves is Sleepy.
Okay.
What do you think about Sleepy? Where should he go?
He's not really a big part.
Sure.
They just needed something else to put it.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna put him...
Do you like him more or less than Sneezy?
I like him less.
Less, okay.
It's hard to do this.
Yeah, it's not that easy. All right, so there you go. Another B tier, okay? That's going to get us then to Happy.
He's nice.
He is nice, sure.
He does stuff for the princess. He
of course.
Made all the boys wash.
No, that's Doc.
No.
Doc is the boss. Yeah. Doc is the boss. Happy is just happy.
Yeah. He's cool.
You like him in A? All right. No wrong answers. All right, Grumpy. Happy I would probably put a little bit lower, but that's all good. Grumpy, what do you think? He's not super grumpy by the end.
Yeah, he's really nice at the end.
Uh-huh.
So I think I want to put him like in the middle of B tier.
Okay. Then we have Doc. He is the boss of the 7 dwarfs. Is he your favorite one? Oh, not too loud. S tier. Really?
He's really cool. I like him.
Okay. And then what about Dopey?
He's cute.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I like him more than
Bashful.
Bashful.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm gonna set him right in the middle.
Okay. All right. That puts him in the middle of A tier, and that gets us through the 7 dwarves.
Wait, what about all the animals?
That's a good question. So I didn't want to just include woodland animals because I feel like a lot of them would have that. So I'm only going with characters that are like named. All right.
Okay.
All right. So next we're going to move to the movie Cinderella. And so we have Jaq and Gus, who are the 2 boy mice in Cinderella. What do you think about those guys?
I don't know if I like him more than Sleepy.
So they help out with the dress and everything, and then later they get turned into
horses.
Horses. Is that are they the horses?
I
You might be right. Because the dog is like the guy who drives the coach. So I think you might be right.
Okay.
So then we have Perla and Suzy. Those are the lady mice.
They're so cute.
They're also cute, yes. What do you think about them? Where do you want to put those ones?
I don't know if they would like our rats, though.
They might not like our rats, but what do you think? Where should they go on the list?
I don't like them more than Sleepy.
Okay. All right, so that gives us to Bruno, which is the last
we
one.
Don't talk about Bruno.
Not that Bruno. No. The Bruno, the dog from Cinderella. So what about this dog? Where do you think he should go? He's kind of just like a normal dog. She gets him when he's a puppy, when she's little, and then he grows up. What do you think?
Well, she's pretty much had him his entire life.
Yeah.
So he must really like her, so I just really think about I like dogs.
That's fair.
I like dogs.
That's good. I don't think anyone really argue with you, and you don't really have a ton of dogs on the list, so it's all right putting it up. Put them up that high.
The stool dog.
The stool dog will come up, yes. So now we get to Sleeping Beauty, and we're gonna call her sidekicks the three like fairies that are taking care of her.
Three.
Like fairy godmothers or whatever they are.
The three fairies.
Yeah.
The three fairies.
And so we have Flora. We have Fauna, Flora, and Merryweather. So we'll start with Fauna. She's the red one. She's kind of like the leader of them. I
know, but I don't really like the fairies because why set all of them asleep?
That's fair.
So,
that's a good.
So she's gonna be first C tier.
Okay, all right. So she's like the leader there. You put her down in C tier.
I sometimes talk and I sometimes don't.
It's all good. All right. What about the next one? The one that wears green, Fauna.
I read a book and she does not like the blue one.
Sure. So what do you think about that? Does that change where you want to put her?
Above the red.
Above the red. Okay, and then what about the blue one? Merryweather.
She's cute.
Sure.
She's always following them around as they do all the work, so I think she's gonna be above the mice.
All right. Put her in B. Okay.
My baby sisters love this one.
She does. Little Mermaid. So first one in the Little Mermaid is going to be Flounder. What do you think about Flounder? He's like a good best buddy, right?
Yeah, he's probably been with her entire life.
Yeah, they've known each other for a long time, and he's like pretty cautious. He's pretty careful, so he tries to keep her out of trouble, even though she gets into trouble a lot, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? He cares about her. I kind of like seeing. Oh, S tier. All right. I kind of liked seeing Flounder in the Little Mermaid 2 movie. Did you watch that one? Fern watched that one. It's our littlest watched that one. And so in that one, it's about Ariel's kid. So you see Flounder and he's old too and he's got kids. And so it's not old, but like he's a grown up. So it's kind of fun to see him as a grown up.
It's kind of fun to see him as a dad.
Yeah. All right, so what about Sebastian?
Under the Sea.
Yeah, that's the one. He's pretty good.
I love that song. He gets his very own song.
Yep, he does. It's true.
I really like music, so I think I'm gonna.
Going A? All right.
Shy Guy.
All right.
I'm gonna call him Shy Guy.
Shy Guy works. And then the last one from The Little Mermaid is Scuttle. Scuttle is the seagull that claims to know a lot about people, but he gets like everything wrong. Like he
calls a fork a spear, like a brush.
Well, he didn't call it a brush. Oh, now I'm gonna blank on what he calls it.
Didn't he use like the smoker as a musical instrument?
A pipe, yeah. Mm-hmm. So what about that one? So where does Scuttle go for you?
My favorite scene is when he says, there's something different about you. What's going on?
That's pretty funny. When he doesn't notice that she has legs.
Yeah, that's the funniest.
And Sebastian yells at him. He's like, "She's got legs, you idiot." Pretty good.
Above Sneeze.
All right, B tier. All right, about that. Now we are to Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
So these are people that got turned into magical items, or I guess not all people, living things, because the dog does too, right? All right, so about Cogsworth. He's a guy who is now in the body of a clock. What do you think about him?
Like this.
Mustache?
The hands are his mustache.
That's pretty good, yeah. He's got good design. He's fun, like that. He's kind of like uptight and everything. Like
he's like the one that tries to keep them out of trouble.
He does. He doesn't do a very good job.
Don't want to upset the beast.
That's right. Well, it's true. So what do you think about Cogsworth?
Above the fairies.
Okay. I think that's fair. All right. What about Lumiere, the candlestick, the candelabra?
Be our guest. Be our guest.
That's the one.
Whoops.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, A tier.
He's cute.
He's cute.
I like him.
All right. A little old for you, I think, but all right.
Not that type of cute.
Oh, okay. What about what about Mrs. Potts? What do you think about her?
Isn't she a mom?
She is Chip's mom. So,
I respect a good mother.
Good. All right. A tier. Nice. Chip is next up. He's the little teacup.
He's cute. I love that his handles his nose.
That's fun. Yeah. Where is he going to land?
But what's the beauty of the beast? I don't remember what he says in that one.
All right. S tier.
Awesome.
All right. Fifi. I mean, I don't know. We might be stretching a little bit to call her a sidekick. But Fifi is a feather duster. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. She's a feather duster. And so she's like in love with Lumiere and stuff. They like are kissing on each other all the time. What do you think about Fifi?
I love that they took like her feathers and like made it eyeshadow.
Oh yeah, you like that she has makeup on?
Eyeshadow.
All right.
I have a lot of makeup myself.
Yeah, I know you think that's pretty fun stuff. All right, the wardrobe is next. It's like a lady who's got the clothes inside of her and everything.
Dress the beauty.
Yeah. So what do you think about her? She's nice. Mm-hmm. She also does that part where she jumps off of this the banister and crushes that guy.
Oh yeah.
During the fight scene. Mm-hmm. That part's pretty good. All right, what about her? Where do you think she should go? All the way up there, huh? Okay, what makes you want to put her that high?
I just really like that this part kind of looks like musical.
Oh, okay.
I like music.
So you like her design?
Yes.
Mostly the design? That's what you'd say is doing it for you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, all right. All right, and then what they call him, Sultan, right? The little footstool guy, that's the dog. What do you think about him?
He does look really cute at the end.
Of course, when he turns back into a dog.
Ruff.
Of course, yeah.
I think I'm gonna put him next to the clock.
Okay, right below Cogsworth. Fair. All right, so now we're going to jump to Aladdin, which is where we're going to find Rajah, which is Princess Jasmine's pet tiger, her sidekick. So what would you think about having a pet tiger? And we'll pretend it's like Rajah's tiger, in that it is a safe one, not like Tiger King, not like a real life tiger where you'll get. Oh gosh. So what do you think about that? B.
I'm having so many people in B.
That's all right. B tier. Okay, why do you want him up there or down there or wherever you think B is?
I put him in B because he doesn't really like the monkey.
That's fair.
I like monkey.
Okay.
Monkey like me.
So we aren't going to talk about the monkey because the monkey, Abu, is Aladdin's sidekick, not Jasmine's. But we will move on to Pocahontas. And Pocahontas has two sidekicks. We have Meeko is first up. Meeko is the raccoon.
And a hummingbird. Tired, Dad?
Just yawning. So where would you put Meeko, Charlie?
He's a cute raccoon.
Oh, for sure. He doesn't talk. So he's like more realistic than a lot. I like that. Okay. You like him better than all those guys?
Yeah.
All right. What about his buddy, the hummingbird, Flit?
I can't remember if they're friends or not.
I mean, kind of friends. Like, they friends, but they kind of fight. Like, they're both friends with Pocahontas.
And friends that are my friends are your friends.
Exactly. It's like that.
If you're my friend watching, my dad's your friend too.
All right. So what do you think about Flit?
I can't see.
Oh, sorry. All right, C tier.
He doesn't do much.
Doesn't do much. All right, that's fair. You know who does do a lot? Our next guy, Mushu.
Dragon.
Yeah, the dragon from Mulan. What about Mushu? He's funny.
Yeah, he's funny and he can do a lot of stuff.
He's fire. He can shoot out. What do you think?
Will be... can't decide.
Okay, well, just think about who do you like him more than?
I like him more than Grumpy.
More than Grumpy? Well, then you go, yeah, that way. There you go. All right. You got some. I mean, so far we've got nobody below C tier. So
Kind of look like Grumpy.
I look like Grumpy.
You're kind of like the guy.
What about me?
Got the arms.
Oh, sure.
It is you do.
Okay. So then we got the cricket, which is named Cri-Kee.
Cri-Kee.
Cri-Kee the cricket.
He's lucky.
He's a lucky cricket.
Her grandma just walked across the street with her eyes closed, and she survived. She's like the luckiest person on earth.
Yeah.
He's like really, really lucky.
Yeah. So what do you think?
So, I do like him more than Mushu.
Okay. That's fair. Okay,
I
and
love
then
his colors.
okay, yeah,
It's
it's
neat.
design, sure. And then we have Khan, which is the name of Mulan's horse. And so
Very important.
not very important.
Well, he did help her catch up to things.
Sure.
But other than that, he didn't really do anything. Wait, I'm not holding it.
Yeah, you didn't grab him. Yeah, he didn't really do much for you.
What's going on?
It's just making it bigger because you're putting another. It's making it 2 rows. You're good.
I do like him more than the fairy.
More than Merryweather. Okay, it's fine. That's fair. Okay, Princess and the Frog Time. You like that movie?
Yeah.
What
I
about
watched it many times.
Ray the Firefly?
Well, he does help a lot.
Sure. And spoilers for this list, he dies. And like doesn't come back to life. He's just dead at the end of the movie.
That's sad.
It is sad, but like I think it's important to point out I think he's the only one that actually dies on this list. F! Because he dies?
Yes, I don't like death.
Yeah, but you just got to say he was important. I mean, you put him wherever you want. But D. Just because he dies?
I don't like people dying, okay?
It's not his fault that he died. But I'm not going to stop you. I mean, it's okay. But
It's
Louis...
the person that made the movie's fault.
Okay. What about Louis? He's a crocodile, right?
That plays...
Or is he an alligator?
I don't know.
I think he's a crocodile.
If you know, comment.
So, but he plays trumpet. And he plays it really well. And his dream is to be able to play it for people.
Yeah, that's a good dream.
That's a fun dream.
Just nobody likes him.
And he does... Well, it's not that they don't like him. He's just scary. Alright, so that's where you want him? Okay.
Yeah, he's...
Now we're at Pascal from Tangled.
Pascal.
He is a chameleon who changes colors.
Yeah. Really
got
good
an
for hide and
attitude.
seek.
Yeah, really good for hide and seek. What do you think about Pascal?
In the show,
Okay.
he tries to get her away from touching the moon rock.
Uh-huh.
That if she touched it, she would be like.
Okay, so yes, what he's looking out for.
Yeah.
Good.
So he's a good friend.
Absolutely.
He tries to get her to leave.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that she's evil.
Who's evil?
Mother Gothel.
Oh, yeah.
She's evil.
Well, I mean, like, everybody should know that.
Yeah.
She doesn't really know that, though. She doesn't have a lot of experience with people, though. Mother Gothel is the only other person she knows.
Yeah, other than a bunch of birds.
Yeah, well, birds aren't people. Can you imagine that? Only knowing Mother Gothel? Be kind of crazy. So, where are you going to put Pascal, then?
Wait, what am I doing?
You're clicking Pascal. Yeah, where's he going?
I do like him more than the trumpet alligator.
Okay. And then Maximus is the other sidekick from that movie. At least, I mean, I would put him in a sidekick. You could argue he isn't really, because he's kind of a bad guy for most of the movie. But like, he does team up with him by the end.
Well, he teams up with them like at the middle.
Sure, not the very
end. He
end.
gets down.
Yeah.
They meet up, and she's like, "Oh, it's my birthday." Mwah.
She's kissing a horse? I don't remember that part. Alright, so where does he go?
My goodness. I do like him more than the crab.
Like him
Wait, what? Wait,
more than Sebastian?
Yes.
I'm going to say, I told your brother this a lot when we rated Ghostbusters Ghosts. You're crazy. But anyway, okay, what about Olaf? Olaf from Frozen.
Oh, I just love the sound of summer and sun and everything hot.
So what do you think about Olaf? You like Olaf?
Yeah, he's nice. I love that Elsa was just like powers.
Just made him alive.
I don't know that you're alive.
Yeah.
I do like him more than the tiny cop.
More than Chip?
Yeah, he's
S tier.
I have
Olaf
so many
S tier.
people in S.
Nah, I mean, that sounds fair. Next, also from Frozen, Sven. What do you think about him?
I say he's more of Kristoff's sidekick.
That's definitely something you can argue, but I would also say kind of and Anna's.
Trust her.
Yeah, kind of Anna's sidekick. A little, too.
Yeah.
Definitely by the second one, at least.
Wait, are we counting Elsa?
Well, they're both princesses at one point.
Queen.
She becomes queen, but at the beginning she's a princess. She's a princess at the beginning. So, what about Sven?
He does play a big part in the second movie.
Sure. He's funny.
Yeah, he is very funny. In the Lego show, he's just like, oh, the solar eclipse is this times this and this and this.
Oh, he knew all that stuff.
And then Kristoff is like, yeah, I really need to take away your library card.
That's pretty funny.
With all the jokes they make with him, I'm going to put him next to the lion thing.
The tiger next to
The
Rajah.
lion thing.
Okay. So now we are to Moana. I think it's Pua. I think Pua is his name, and he's a little tiny pig. And you think maybe he's gonna be in the whole movie, but he's not. He's just like kind of in the beginning and at the very end. He's cute.
That's some good pork chop.
Yeah, that's messed up. That she eats pork chops in front of the pig.
That's just so sad.
Yeah.
I would have became a vegetarian with pork chop if I got a pet pig.
Well, some people get pet pigs so they can eat their pet pig.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I guess people do eat cats.
Some people, sure. I think the little More people eat pigs than cats, for sure. But
Yeah.
all right, well, what do you think about this guy, though? Where should you put him?
He's cute.
Definitely.
Oh wait, this is the part where he's asking for water and she eats pork chop. Wah! Where's things going? Yeah.
All right there it is. And also from that movie, Hey Hey the Chicken. Okay. What do you think about him?
He's a big part when she almost loses the heart.
When he eats it?
No, not when he eats it. At the end where he saves it and then gives it to her.
Sure.
He's getting smarter.
Okay, maybe.
Big brain.
But he's kind of scared of water, right?
Yeah, he's afraid of water. He can't even jump over a rock.
He's
Pretty dumb.
Pretty useless. What do you think about Hey Hey? Where's he going?
Next to Shy Guy.
All right, next to Bashful. Here's the thing. You're like throw me for a loop because you'll be like, yeah, this one is pretty good, whatever, and then put it in C tier. And sometimes you'll be like, yeah, this guy's useless, I don't get it, and then you put him in A tier. But I'm glad you're following your heart.
Yeah, I'm following my heart.
Perfect. Okay. All right. All right. So we only have 2 movies left to go. Frozen 2 is the next one. Bruni, the fire spirit, the little salamander.
Ooh.
I think that's what they said. That's what they said his name was online. I could be wrong, but I know that's what it
I
said.
just want to call him the fire lizard.
Okay, that's fine.
Fire
That's what we call. That's what your sister calls him. The lizard.
The lizard.
So, what do you think about the lizard from Frozen 2? He's pretty cute.
Yeah, he is obviously cute. I love when Olaf says, "Oh, we can't play with fire," and then he's like, "Like, I would never not forget you. I'm not going to stay mad at you for so long. You're sure so cute."
So you think you like him that much? S tier. All right. And then the Knock. It's the water horse.
No?
The Knock. Yeah. N-O-K-K. The Knock. What do you think about that thing?
She's a big part when it comes to finding, what was it called again?
I don't know, the river, whatever, that part.
Atahalan.
Oh, okay.
When finding Atahalan, oh yes, rivers and glaciers of ice. Atahalan's frozen.
And she can run on water.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And I like that last part when she gives her, yeah, you can walk on land. What's going on?
You're clicking the right. You're right clicking. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
3.
All right. So where are you gonna put this one?
He's got a friend.
All right there in B tier. And then the last one, Tuk Tuk from Raya, the Last Dragon. He's like a big kind of potato bug dog thing.
It's not a potato.
Kind of like a potato bug. He rolls up and then he rolls. It's not like a real thing. And she rides him. That's cool. What do you think about him? Tuk Tuk.
It's a big part when the Kong baby takes the heart, the pieces.
Uh-huh. But is Tuk Tuk there for that?
Yeah, he rolls across places when she needs to catch up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he's not good in water.
So what do you think?
I think my favorite part is when the dragon guy,
Sifu?
yeah, Sifu, takes a bite of that turkey and he was like, ugh. Oh, compliments to the chef. Want to finish the Skippy?
Okay. All right. Tuk Tuk's B tier. So you look at that tier list. And you happy with it?
Yeah.
All right. Great.
Kind of looks like an upside down staircase.
Kind of. All right. I think it looks all right. I could definitely see a couple things on there that some people might disagree with. But you know what? Like what?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to just say for starters that I am like, what did you do to Ray the Firefly? What did he do to be so low? I just am poor guy. Outside of that, there's a couple I'd switch around a bit, but that's the big one for me. I'm like, how dare you? But I'll forgive you. All right. Well, thanks for being in this video with me. Hope you had fun.
I've been waiting for this all week.
I know you have, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just say we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Again, let us know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.